Welcome to technology in the future. If you love staying ahead of the biggest tech changes before everyone else, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss what's coming next. Because what I'm about to share with you is not just another upgrade. This is something much bigger. For years, power meant size. If you wanted serious performance, you had no choice. You needed a big machine. A powerful CPU. A dedicated GPU. Large cooling systems. Multiple fans. And all of that came packed inside a bulky tower that took up space and made noise. Whether you were editing 8K video, building 3D worlds, training AI models, or even playing high-end games, the formula was always the same. Bigger machine, more power. But Apple started breaking that idea with Apple Silicon. First with the M1, then M2, then M3, and most recently the M4. Each generation pushed efficiency further. Each generation made laptops and small desktops more powerful than people expected. But even then, many professionals still believed that true high-end performance would always belong to large desktop systems. Now comes the M5. And this is where things start to get serious. Because according to multiple supply chain leaks and industry insiders, the M5 chip is not just another step forward. It represents a fundamental shift in how chips are built and how computers perform. We are entering the 2 nanometer era. And if you're wondering what that actually means, here's the simple version. Smaller transistors mean more power in less space. They also mean better efficiency. Less heat. Faster speeds. And longer sustained performance without throttling. In other words, you get more performance without needing bigger hardware. And Apple is expected to be one of the first companies to fully take advantage of this technology. Think about that for a second. A company that already leads in performance per watt is now moving even further ahead with a more advanced manufacturing process. That's not just an upgrade. That's a gap. A gap that competitors will struggle to close. Now let's talk about the Mac Mini itself. For years, the Mac Mini has been seen as the budget Mac. It was the entry point. The affordable option. Something you bought if you wanted macOS without spending too much. It was good, but it was never considered a powerhouse. That perception is about to change. Because with the M5 generation, Apple is completely redefining what the Mac Mini stands for. This is no longer just the cheap Mac. This is becoming the efficient beast. Leaks suggest that the new Mac Mini could be even smaller than before. Smaller than the already compact M4 version. We are talking about a device that could literally sit behind your monitor and disappear from your desk setup entirely. But here's the crazy part. Despite its size, it could outperform machines that were considered top tier just a few years ago. Machines like the Mac Pro, which used to cost thousands of dollars and required serious cooling just to operate. This shift is not just about size. It's about philosophy. Apple is proving that you don't need a massive machine to achieve massive performance anymore. And that's where things get even more interesting. Because the M5 is not just about CPU and GPU performance. The real story here is AI. We are entering a time where artificial intelligence is becoming part of everyday workflows. Not just in the cloud, but directly on your device. And Apple knows this. That's why the neural engine inside the M5 is getting a massive upgrade. Rumors are pointing towards something incredible. A neural engine that could reach up to 60 cores. Now if that sounds like just another number, let's simplify it. This means your computer will be able to run complex AI tasks locally. Without sending your data to the cloud. Without delays. Without subscriptions. And most importantly, without privacy concerns. Imagine editing videos where AI enhances your footage in real time. Imagine coding with an assistant that runs entirely on your machine. Imagine creating content, generating ideas, or even building applications without needing an internet connection. That's the kind of future the M5 is aiming for. And this is why the 2 nanometer process matters so much. Because it allows Apple to pack more AI performance into a smaller, cooler, and more efficient chip. Now let's talk about graphics. For a long time, the Mac Mini was not a machine would consider for gaming or heavy graphical work. It was fine for productivity, light editing, and everyday tasks. But if you needed serious GPU power, you had to look elsewhere. That's changing too. With each new generation, Apple has been improving its GPU architecture. And with the M5, things are expected to reach a whole new level. Hardware-accelerated ray tracing is becoming more advanced. Rendering performance is improving. And according to early leaks, the GPU inside the M5 Pro variants could compete with mid to high-end dedicated graphics cards. Think about what that means. A tiny box on your desk running modern AAA games. High-resolution video editing. Complex 3D rendering. All without the need for a separate GPU. This is exactly why the traditional PC market is starting to feel the pressure. Because for years, companies like Intel, AMD, and Nvidia dominated their respective areas. CPUs, GPUs, and high-performance systems were built by combining components from different companies. Apple changed that model. They integrated everything into one chip. And now, with the M5, they are taking that integration even further. Better communication between CPU, GPU, and neural engine. Faster memory access. Lower latency. Higher efficiency. All of this results in a system that feels faster, smoother, and more responsive in real-world use. And here's something most people don't realize. Raw performance numbers don't always tell the full story. What matters is how a machine performs in everyday tasks. How quickly it responds. How efficiently it handles multiple processes. How long it can sustain performance without slowing down. This is where Apple Silicon has been dominating. And the M5 is expected to push that advantage even further. Now imagine this scenario. You're editing a 4K or even 8K video project. Multiple layers. Effects. Color grading. Background rendering. At the same time, you're running AI tools, browsing, maybe even exporting files. On a traditional system, this would push the machine hard. Fans would spin. Performance might drop. The system could heat up. On an M5 Mac Mini, all of this could happen smoothly. Quietly. Efficiently. That's not just an improvement. That's a transformation. And it raises an important question. If a small device like the Mac Mini can deliver this level of performance, what happens to large desktop systems? Do they still have a place? Or are we moving toward a future where power is defined by efficiency, not size? Because if Apple succeeds with the M5, it could force the entire industry to rethink its approach. We could see smaller, more efficient machines becoming the standard. We could see a shift away from bulky setups. We could see a new era where performance is accessible without complexity. And that's why this moment matters. This is not just about a product launch. This is about a turning point. A moment where the definition of a powerful computer changes forever. And if you're someone who recently bought an older machine, especially an Intel-based system, this might feel a bit uncomfortable. Because the gap is growing. Faster than expected. But at the same time, it's exciting. Because technology is evolving in a way that benefits everyone. More power. Less space. Better efficiency. And a future where your computer can do more than ever before. The Mac Mini M5 is not just another device. It's a statement. A statement that the era of giant desktop towers is coming to an end. And a new era is just beginning. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon for more future tech updates.